Hey everyone, I have with me today a special guest or guests from CK Agency. I have Miss Kaylee Creed and Miss Courtney. What's your last name again?
Seguin.
Seguin. Yes, Courtney
Like
Seguin. It's
penguin, but Seguin.
like penguin.
Yes.
And they're here today to just give us a little guidance and a little information about, this recent disaster that we had here in Little Rock with the tornadoes, North Little Rock area. And I really want to ask, like, what is the first thing that you should do if something like this happens? Obviously, after everyone's to safety and they can get out of their homes, depending on damages and things like that. What is the first protocol that people should do when they're in a situation like we were Friday?
So definitely make sure everybody's safe. First protocol would be to protect your homes from further damage. Get a tarp on the roof, board up windows. If your cars are damaged, do the same thing. If you can't protect the cars like you can the roof, then so be it. But definitely the first thing is going to be protect what you have and take pictures. Pictures are so important because a lot of times, especially during this storm, we saw strangers being so kind, going out with chainsaws, helping remove trees from roofs, and they were taking pictures, but then you don't know that stranger. They didn't send you the pictures, and your insurance office is asking for pictures and you don't have them. But that's okay because we have technology where we can actually pull up a map, see your house before the storm, and see your house the day after.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
so cool. It's actually very cool. I used it earlier today.
So if somebody, let's say that somebody didn't actually get devastated by the tornado, meaning their home didn't get torn down completely or anything, but they're afraid that they might have had wind damage to their roof or some sort of, maybe the gutters got blown off and some minor damages, but they can't necessarily get to that spot on their roof. So how would they know if they've had any damage? Obviously, everyone's going to be triaged accordingly to most damage to least damage. So somebody that might be like, well, I don't want to bother my insurance company because I'm sure they're dealing with bigger issues than maybe some wind damage, but everything's safe, everything's dry. What am I supposed to do next?
So from the time that, depending on how much damage is done, I mean, if it's just one of those things where you think that there's potential damage, we would say just kind of getting in line with some kind of roofer or, someone who can come in and give you an estimate. Now, if you're pretty sure that there's damage, where there was a significant amount of hail that came on your roof or a lot of branches hitting, you're more than welcome to go ahead and submit a claim. If you feel like there is a good amount of damage, once you submit the claim, they will have adjusters come out there and review once, like you said, that it is in order from damage worst to least,
yeah.
right?
Worst to least, yeah. So then the other question is, it's like, this is where it's so important. I mean, most people, when they're shopping for insurance, are just looking for the lowest quote, right? But tell me some of the things Allstate does differently than maybe some other companies, let's call them cut rate companies that are like super, super cheap. Why it's so important to have a good insurance agency on your side in very desperate situations like we were in Friday.
One of the big things that we realized after this storm was that Allstate's catastrophe team was boots on ground really within 24 hours, where they were set up in two different locations in Little Rock to be able to handle. There were really cutting checks right then to put for emergency services and supplies. So just the availability. Obviously, there's 24/7 claim service, but then they came in specifically to handle people who were needing extended living expense,
emergency expenses. Really, kind of what sets us apart from the 1-800 carriers that you have is our local presence. Courtney and I were out, and other local Allstate agents. We were out in the community just doing what we could. I mean, Friday afternoon, I was on the phone with my leadership, just saying like, hey, where's the emergency claim crews? When are they coming in? Do they need a setup here at my office? Do I need to get the school across the street to clear their parking lot? Like, what do we need to do? And they were like, hold on. This just happened 30 minutes ago. We will be there. Just wait. And so we were a little impatient, but we really wanted to make sure that everyone was taken care of, because obviously we're just a couple of agents. We're here in the agency, we're here on the streets, but we can't help the whole community, you know? So we needed emergency crews here, and they are here. They've been here since Sunday, and they've been open, and they're here to help. They're going to be here as long as we can keep them busy. So we're keeping them busy because they are phenomenal. I went and had coffee with the one in North Little Rock today, and then went and checked on the one in West Little Rock to see if they needed anything. So really just having a local presence
Makes
is
all the
super
difference.
important when it comes to your insurance.
And then what other resources are available to people? You know, I know that most people are going to start their phone call with their insurance carrier. And then after that, what kind of resources? Is there other links to resources that we can tag on this video that people can go to, like FEMA or?
I don't know that we have any information about FEMA yet. There's talks that they could come into town and set up, but we haven't heard any further information as of yet. That's a bigger organization. It takes a little bit more, you know, means and manpower to get that set up and organized. But definitely, you know, reach out to your local churches and the community. And I've seen several links set up to where they have resources where roofers are like, hey, I've got free tarps, like I'll come out. I don't even have to give you a bid. I just want to get your stuff protected. And so I can definitely send you that info. I've got it in my email, and I can send you that one.
I'll link some different resources below. So the first thing you want to do is to make sure you protect your property, whether it be your home, your auto, from any further damage. The second thing we need to do is to reach out to community resources. I know the Little Rock Realtors Association is doing a little fundraiser or drive right now to collect money to support people that have been hit the hardest by this storm. And then the third thing would be just to make sure that you have proper coverage on all your belongings and your house for things like this. So meaning replacement value and
taking pictures. You
And
want
documentation.
to document.
Yeah, so that would be in step one, really protect the property and get documentation of the damages. So that would be the primary thing. Well, I think this has been super helpful. I really appreciate you guys coming on today. I know you're super crazy busy right now, and I'm sure overflooded with trying to get to people. So you just, I'll link your agency below as well, and I'll post this on social and tag you guys so that you can post it on your page as well. And I appreciate all the things that you do for us every single day, and especially in these really tough times.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys. We'll talk to you soon.